Don Lemon tries to pin Hurricane Ian on climate change without evidence. Oh, that's an excellent headline from a CBS outlet. Like seriously,
it's a local outlet.
Local, yeah.
Well, of course. So let me play this clip because it's so.
Can you tell us what this is and what effect climate change has on this phenomenon?
Well, we can come back and talk about climate change at a later time. I want to focus on the here and now. We think the rapid intensification is probably almost done. There could be a little bit more intensification as it's still over the warm waters of the eastern Gulf of Mexico, but I don't think we're going to get any more rapid intensification. If you look here, you can actually see, pretty interesting for your viewers, you can actually see a second eye wall forming around the inner eye wall, and that's basically the second eye wall has overtaken the original eye wall, and that should arrest development.
So listen, I'm just trying to get that. You said you want to talk about climate change, but what effect does climate change have on this phenomenon that is happening now? Because it seems these storms are intensifying. That's the question.
I don't think you can link climate change to any one event. Okay. On the whole, on the cumulative, climate change may be making storms worse, but to link it to any one event, I would caution against that.
Okay, well, listen, I grew up there, and these storms are intensifying. Something is causing them to intensify. So this storm is it's a massive one. It's affecting.
Trust the science, they said, as Don Lemon goes, I'm talking to a scientist, but I have personal anecdotal experience, and I think the storms are worse.
But how does that fit into my talking point?
Duh.
I have a talking point, and what you're saying doesn't fit with it. So can you take what you're saying and fit it into my script that I wrote for you?
Can you recommend another scientist to speak to? Because I'm not trusting
He's like, that
science.
guy's never coming back on ever again.
I mean, Don Lemon's not really known for his intelligence. He prophesized and theorized how a black hole swallowed the Malaysian airplane just a few years ago. So we're not expecting much from him. I'm not, at least.
That was funny when he did that. And the lady, I made a little video about it years ago. He's talking to this woman, and he's like, a lot of people online are saying that the plane may have been swallowed by a black hole. I know it's preposterous, but is it preposterous, Mary? And the woman goes, your plane is a small black hole would swallow the whole universe.
Oh my gosh.
She actually says a small black hole would swallow the whole universe.
So good.
And it's just like, lady, there's like a billion black holes or whatever, like that we can see.
No, but Snopes did a fact check on that, and it's actually it's true.
The small black hole would actually...
Yes, Snopes did a fact check. So
there's a supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, as far as we believe, and universe still exists. So whatever. But that's Don Lemon. And then when I brought that up, I've had people defend him over that, and they're like, well, he's just trying to do a show, and I'm like, what? If I get a couple of stoners and sit him down, and they're sitting there with big bicycle, big twirly mustaches, being like, dude, what if a black hole ate a plane? I'd be like, all right, this is a good show.
Yeah,
let's order some pizzas, get some sodas, and just let it roll because this is funny. But when CNN, the most trusted name in news, is doing things like that, I gotta say, maybe your brand ain't all what it's cracked up to be. This clip is amazing because what did he try 3 times? He's like, how does climate change play a role? He goes, it doesn't, and he goes, well, but climate change. And he's like, no climate change. Well, I live there, so climate change.
Yeah.